Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. From a yard or two deep here. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, second and goal. Jackson now. And he is going to give himself up on a play that really turns out to be a disaster. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Jackson options out left. A beautiful fake. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. On his horse. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback. 99 yards. And the Falcons march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. From 5 yards further back, the extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They'll go play action. Powell. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
They need 18 yards here on third down. And Howe will throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. On second and goal, here's the option. Now he gets free up the left sideline. The race is on. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I really don't have words for that one. It's not often you see a completed pass lose that kind of yardage.
And they run the option on second down. Evades him at the 10, and he works free. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Now third down and very long. Jackson running again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run the option. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. 21-0, our score after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. As they've got it as we resume action. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On first down, Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Howell. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The drive will start with an option going left. Down the numbers. There he goes. On his horse. Touchdown, Falcons. Their mobile, agile quarterback on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a route is on here in this first half. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he will find his man on the outside. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now he'll look to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Powell. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes this 35-0 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now an option play on 2nd down. Now he's into the clear again. He's on his way. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it is 42-0. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this. There he goes, left side. He's got a full head of steam. The race is on. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their mobile quarterback, 98 yards. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room?
Yeah, a couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy rooms.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Falcons grab it. He's past the 30, running room at the 50. Look out.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The quick feet bunch, and now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback, 99 yards. And the Falcons are pouring it on. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Rams ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grab.
Oh, Howe loses it, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The LA offense. It's ready to go for their next drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Powell, and this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Eluding the pressure right, and he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Now he's free up the right sideline. The quick feet by Jackson. Shifts by him. Breaks through the contact. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback. 98 yards. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Howell finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. My goodness, it'll be a disastrous loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
There he goes up the right sideline. He's got a full head of steam on his horse. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Howell from the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Faking the handoff. Howell. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But
there he goes right side to the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker now to add the extra point.
He's ridiculous.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Keith Bullock. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
A huge loss on the play, and it's going to be third down and forever.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They're going option play on third down. The quick feet by Jackson, and they'll get him down here at the 23. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean.